I don't like running. In fact, I would say I hate running. I understand how it is essential for me to be the best footballer and boxer that I can be. My name's Tayla Harris. I'm an AFLW player for Carlton and I'm a professional boxer.
Harris in the middle forward, Harris in the middle of it. Will go back, Harris coming the other way.
I grew up in Brisbane. I loved being outdoors. I would ride my bike until the street lights came on.
Tayla was really full on. I thought at one stage she might have had ADD.
She just was one of those kids that didn't like sitting around.
My dad taught me to play footy. I played in the boys' competition. I was 5.
We used to take her to training because our son Jack was playing. Then one time they were a bit short on players, so they decided to put a jersey on her and throw her on. So yeah, she went on the field and kicked a bag of goals and she loved it.
I do remember how much I loved tackling because it was the one thing that they assumed that I was soft or that I wasn't as tough as them. I assumed I was just going to play in the AFL with the boys because I was as good as them, if not better. My dad taught me to kick and he would say, follow through after you've kicked the footy. And I would literally kick myself in the head with my knee. That's become my trademark. At 14 years old, girls aren't allowed to play in the mixed or the boys' competition. The reality came right at me and things changed pretty quickly. So it was a real complex for me. I just couldn't understand it. But I was bigger, I was stronger than a lot of these boys, but I felt like I wasn't out of my depth. That meant training harder than ever and I'd just keep running until I would throw up, literally. I was hell-bent on proving people wrong if they thought I couldn't do something.
It's really hard to sort of keep going. As the boys are getting bigger, they're getting stronger, they're getting more aggressive. So I figured the best way to do it was to get her started in boxing or a self-defence.
I'm nervous, but I'm nervous for both girls that are in the ring, that she'll hurt the other girl and the other girl will hurt her, but I'm getting a lot better than I was.
She's one of those athletes that you cannot help but notice. She's the one that you pick out and think, who is that?
In March in 2019, a photo of me went viral. After a game, checked my phone and there was a photo uploaded by Michael Wilson of me kicking the footy. Later on I got home, Channel 7 had posted the photo on their Facebook page. Some of the comments made me feel physically sick because they are as disgusting as your wildest imagination.
We were there the day of the game and as we got off the plane in Brisbane, that's when all the messages started to come through.
It was really hard for both of us. You've had people saying threatening things towards your daughter and you know, threatening to turn up at the field and do this and do that and all that type of stuff. You know, you just want to, you know, she handled it a lot better than I would have. Like my natural thought process was to go and find these people and explain to them why they shouldn't be speaking to my daughter that way.
It sounded like a collective hatred of women doing something great, of women being empowered, of women just playing sport the way that men are allowed to play sport.
And then there's people in the profile pictures of the commenters that are making these comments with young girls or wives or girlfriends or sisters. And you wonder what's happening behind the scenes. That's why I took a stand against it. I didn't think that I needed to stand up for myself. I felt like I needed to stand up for a whole bigger issue. Does that affect the uptake of footy at a young age? Does a girl not want to play AFLW because they don't want to deal with comments like that? I think it was a very overdue conversation that needed to happen.
The whole statue thing was very tricky for her because people didn't quite understand at that stage the statue wasn't put up because of her sporting ability or her football or her anything else. That was put up so that people could say, well, okay, at that point in time, someone took a stand against these people online, bullying other people and potentially pushing those people to suicide.
The one thing that I would love to be able to look back on at the end of my career isn't whether I kicked the most goals or whether I took a good mark or anything. It's that I was able to make a positive impact on people.
She's always stood up for her mates and always stood up for people.
I credit a lot of my success to Dad and Mum, the way that they brought me up to understand that life isn't going to go your way all the time.
She's not worried about the fame, fortune, all that type of stuff. She would give all that away just to think that she had helped someone else.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.